Some people got a little upset about my other video about education being BS, and I still stand by that. And actually, I'm going to take it a little further. See, I believe there are 7 main things that keeps us slave. And I'm talking about not necessarily slavery where you're in shackles, but mental slavery. And actually, some people might know it as the 7 pillars of the matrix. And actually, you can Google that, you can look for that, you can read that, you can read all about it and trying to understand where I'm coming from. Now, the first one is education. That's why I did the other video, because education is what we get since we're born. Ever since you're born, you're being educated into something or to be someone, or you have to learn all of these things as you get older in order to participate in society. And that's one of the main things that keeps us enslaved, is because we learn everything from going to bed, from what time do we get up, what do we do in school, how do we do it. It's all a process that we learn, and then it's so hard to get out of it when you're an adult. It's really, really difficult to leave that education behind because you are so used to it. That's all you know. That is your life, and that's what everyone around you, that is their life. The second one is government. Now, we all know that government rules our lives, and whether you think you have a choice or whether you don't have a choice, it doesn't matter, because you can't do anything about it. You don't want to go to war? It doesn't matter. You're going to war. As a whole, as a society, as a country, if the government decides that we're going to war, then that's what we're going to do. That's what you're going to do. You're going to be a part of it, whether you like it or not. We're given the choice to elect these people. So you say, well, okay, well, then my choice is in the voting. I can vote this person out. Yeah, but you only got like 2, 3 choices, and they're all the same. This person is going to go to war, and this person is going to go to war. There's nothing you can do about it. You can vote for him or for him. It doesn't matter. Same result. Number 3, patriotism. Now, patriotism is outright silly. It's just you thinking that you belong to a country and that country belongs to you, and that you actually have a say in what that country is about. And then that person is in that country, you're in this country, and then you have that patriotism, like my country is better than yours. It's just outright silly, because we are all human. And when it comes to survival, we all share the same resources of this planet. Now, maybe it's hard to look at it from that big of a perspective, but if you think about it, we can't survive without one another. We all need the resources, we all need the air, we all need water. But a method of control is to have us thinking that we are part of something that's bigger than us, yet small enough to be unique. So the reason you got to be really careful with patriotism is because when you start fighting other people, thinking that your country is better than theirs, or you deserve more things than them, and you're willing to fight and die for a flag that represents that country that you live in, that's a lot. That's a lot to ask for when you're giving human life in order to protect the integrity of something that belongs to everyone. Number 4, religion. Now, we all know most of the wars in the world have been started by religion, or at least religion as an excuse to start that war. So to explain a little bit of how religion becomes a method of control, you have to understand that some people believe in their religion so hard that they're willing to die for it, and they're willing to kill you in the process. So when you have that mind, and that's willing to do whatever it takes for that religious belief, then now you have to worry about that person, and that person has to worry about you. It's not unifying. Religion never unifies anybody. Only if you believe in what they believe, then you're part of that unity. But if you don't, then you're actually an enemy. So there's a lot more behind religion than meets the eye. And religion is a big business in the world. And so people are willing to die to defend that business. Now, I'm not talking about spirituality. I'm talking specifically about organized religion. Religion that is made to believe that if you don't believe in that belief, then you are not part of the people that are going to be better off. Number 5 is circus. Circus is anything that keeps us entertained so that we're not looking at the reality around us. Now, there's nothing wrong with watching football or boxing or doing anything that's fun. It's just when that fun takes over you, where you don't realize what's around you. Number 6, it's money. Money, talking about currency. Anything that you use to trade your services or your product for. See, before money, people used to trade their work. So you had to go hunt in order to eat. You had to go farm in order to eat. Nowadays, we don't even know where our food comes from. We don't even know where our vegetables or our meat or any of our products come from. And that's part of money, because now you work for money and then you trade that money for these goods. Now here's the interesting part about money. Money's not valuable. Money's a piece of paper or a coin or a precious metal. It's not really valuable. We give it value. We give it what it is. So money is a big method of control, because if you don't have it, then you can't do anything about anything else. You know, you're stuck with who you are and what you have. So you can see how money can be used to control our minds, because if you're in the constant search for money, if that's what you think about, then you really are not aware of reality. You are looking for that money in order to maybe buy things that you think will make you happy, or in order for you to have a status, or whatever it is. But the value of money is not real. So really you are working for something that's really worthless, because one day when they say, you know what, the dollar bill is not worth anything, then you can have $10 million in cash. It won't matter, because whatever the new currency is, that's what's going to be valuable at that time. Really, the most valuable thing you can have is knowledge, because knowledge, you can't take it away. It doesn't matter. It's valuable to you, and it has a use and a purpose. Skills, knowledge, and experience. You can't take that away from anybody. Number 7, culture. The thing about culture is that it's hard to see that it exists right in front of your eyes. It's a mixture of some of the other ones into this one thing that you really can't put your hands on. Culture is that tradition, is that thing, that air, that aura of who we are, that history. Now what happens with culture is that it's being fed to us constantly through our television, through everywhere we go, through magazines, newspapers, and basically you can't run away from it. It's all around us. The dangerous thing about culture is when it's misused, it can set us on a competition mode, on a competition with ourselves in order to gain more culture, and also in a competition with others, because we feel that we have more culture than them, and we have more tradition, and we are of a higher being than they are. So these are the 7 things that you really have to be careful with. You don't have to run away from them. You might not even understand them at first, but you just have to understand that life is not just about living day by day. There are decisions being made with or without you. So what you have to do is really try to figure out who you are. What is your purpose? Why are you here? What's the purpose of you being alive in this very moment? And once you figure that out, then that's the first step into waking up from what's really going on in life. Because you might not even be able to tell, but you're moving right along life and you don't even know where you're going. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm going to see you guys next time.